G'day, my name's Stu Andrews, the Never Was Been, but you can call me the Rugby Man. Well, we're back in our humble abode this week. The fish are still alive, thanks Will, and new pet rabbit down there is doing pretty well. Alright, this week we've been talking, well, there's been quite a bit of discussion on heaps of different things on rugby, but one of the interesting threads I thought was talking about the best player in the world. Obviously it's been going for a few weeks, especially since the IRB released its list, and firstly I just wanted to point out one of the many reasons why George Smith is awesome, because of his durability. He doesn't get injured at the highest all the way through the ranks. He just does not get injured. He's there. The only times he hasn't been in there at Wallabies is when, you know, guys like Eddie are trying to mix and match. Yeah, durability. But onto the main point as the best player in the world. It is, and I say this with great sadness, it is without a doubt Richie McCaw. And as I've posted on Rocky, there are 2 points which make this indisputable. One is his skill. He's not always the best. You just take the Barbars game where he played in the Barbarians against Australia, and where George got man of the match, but he was playing out of his team. But his skill level is almost second to none. You know, probably he would have 6 or 7 times out of 10 in a game be just awesome. He's everywhere. He's in the ruck. He's a big, like, he can carry the ball very well. Athletic, tall, you name it. But the second and probably more important is his presence on the field. The way his team, and it's been said heaps, like everyone's, you know it. When he's on the field, the teams win more often than not, way more often than not. And those 2 things combined, just huge. They make him like his presence and his skill make him the best player in the world at this time. Yeah, without a doubt in my mind. Alright, third point. So, Toulon, Umaga is coming back to play for you. Oh, that's got to be exciting. I can't wait. I really hope. I know people are worried about how old he's getting, but I hope he just fires. I mean, that guy was scary. Just the way he looked. Like, you know, I don't know what it was like facing him, but yeah, from the great vantage point of the telly or the couch, he was a very scary looking guy, and that's a great asset, I reckon, playing rugby. But I hope he really fires up and does really well, and I hope to get off the bottom of the ladder. I'm a Sonny Bill fan, just because, like, he's a great athlete, and regardless of all that went on, I just hope he succeeds and flourishes there. Sort of haven't heard much, don't get much action unless, you know, he's injured himself or they've lost, which is a bit sad. But yeah, let's hope Umaga fires up and Toulon does well. Alright, last point tonight, quick podcast, video cast, but this one's a biggie. I want to talk about our problem with addiction. Guess what? We've got a problem with alcohol, with recreational drugs, with steroids. It's true. Of course, everyone knows it. The press love to jump up and down, get a bee in their bonnet about it. Administration is acknowledging it. It's public today that we have a big problem in a lot of the codes, well, probably all the codes. But rugby, at its heart, has a great problem, and league as well, because I love to watch league and I love to listen and read about it. And it's not hard to see, and especially if you've played at any club level, whether you're aware of it or not, there is a massive, huge problem with right at the roots of our sport that will always we will never be able to solve our problem with all of this alcohol, you know, violence, whatever goes on, and drug use. If you consider it a problem, until we get to the heart of it. And this is what I want to talk about. The administration, whether it's at club level or in a high lofty, suitedness, and the players, we really don't either care or understand enough to fix it, because the solution requires something very hard to do. It's too hard to solve. I'll tell you the answer in my most humble of opinions, and then I'll tell you why it's too hard. First point is easy, and if you listen to the latest Rugged Matrix podcast, the guys, and I can distinctly remember you and Mackenzie talking about it, is responsibility. Taking responsibility for your actions. And that's a big point. Be a man. But it's an easy point. Like, be a man. It's not much, take responsibility. Matthew Stevens did it in the week. He took responsibility for what he's done, which is, in essence, breaking a contract. Recreational drug use. Yeah, it's breaking a contract. It's the legal problem. And yet the press jump on it and make it a moral problem, even though, don't get me started. It's crazy. But we need to take responsibility. And that's the first part of the answer. And to a big extent, a lot of people do. Look at Johnsy. He did. Andrew Johns took responsibility. A lot of guys do, publicly, the big figures and the not so well-known figures. Not always, but it's done. It's this second point that people don't like. It's a nasty word. It's a bad word. You get a punch in the head for saying it. Moderation. We need. That's the second part of the problem. To be moderate. To moderate yourselves. But why wouldn't I go ahead and get sloshed on a Saturday night? Why wouldn't I go off? Why? What's the problem? Because if we moderate ourselves, that's not saying not. It's saying moderate. It removes a lot of the issues. Less stupid things are done. Less things while you're out of your mind, when you're not in control. These things make news because of a reason. It's not just that the press jump up and down. It's because we know that it's wrong to beat up a girl. It's wrong to do any number of other things that I won't talk about. And yet, this problem of moderation goes right to the heart of our sporting society. Because at the very club level, from the time you join a club, every Saturday night, what do we do after a game? What do we do? And it's not just every Saturday night. If you're up for it, it's almost every night. Whether you're at a club with uni students or older fellas or working people. Maybe not working people, but have to get up and work the next day, although some blokes do. But here's the rub. From the club up to the high places, no one wants to give that up. Would you? Do you want to give up going out on a Saturday night? But that's the problem. That's the heart of the issue. Because that's where it comes from. That's where it spreads. Like, you go up through the ranks and you do that every night. So when you get to the Wallabies, when you get to the international levels, why aren't you going to do that? Or maybe, for a while, maybe the stature, the awesomeness of being a Wallaby might hold you back. But everyone's doing it. Everyone goes on benders. It's a cultural foundation. It's what we do. And until that changes, I can't see how we're going to solve the problem of alcohol and recreational drugs. Steroids might be a bit different, but being honest, and if I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, tell me. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy to sit down and weigh out the other arguments. But until we solve this cultural problem, then we're going. Press are going to have a field day. People are going to keep on doing it. Players are going to be given stupid amounts of money, not know what to do with it, and go out and get drunk. It's probably a bad statement, but anyway, I'm rambling now. 2 points: responsibility, moderation, those two things are going to go a long way to solving this massive cultural chain about us that stops us, I believe, from really going, big guns. Getting well. Anyway, this has been the Rugby Man, episode 3. Thank you. We'd love to hear your comments back. See you later. Till next time.